We live 5 on the Blackside. We're not live, but if it's recording, is that live recording?
See, that's so weird because it technically is. You're recording live. You're not punching in and out, but it's not a
live.
It's not a live recording.
We're live.
That's still subjective.
Damn.
Can't agree on shit.
I know it's the problem nowadays, motherfucker can't say shit. Should I fuck a little beach? Keep your mouth shut. Don't say shit. Should I fuck a little beach? 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 Maybe.
Live on the black side. Live on the black side. The black side.
This is what we gonna do.
On the black side.
There we go. All right, we got PATx in the building.
That's me.
What's going on, man?
Not much. A whole lot at the same time. You know how I go.
What's up with that shirt?
It's a Psyche shirt.
The brand that you're not associated with?
I just saw it. I liked it.
Just cool t-shirt you bought.
Yeah, shout out to Psyche. I went and supported.
Supporting local
right, supporting local businesses.
Local artists. Speaking of local businesses and artists, let's talk about the local scene here in Columbia. I first moved to Columbia. It was great.
Okay, when was that?
That was probably 2013, 12.
Okay.
2013. 2013 is probably when I actually went outside, because when I came home, I was crazy as shit.
Okay.
So when I actually started going outside, it's
Yeah.
probably 2013. And I was like, yo, it's like niggas rapping, this niggas playing guitars and shit. It's niggas is out here nigging. You know what I mean? Like, this is what's up. I fucks with it, because I'm from Aiken. Like,
Right. Yeah.
you're not about to just walk into some shit like that.
Right, no, I feel it from Lancaster. I feel you.
Yeah, man. So when I saw that shit, I was like, hell yeah, this is what's up. And then, I started to notice like the decline of shows. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it had, because I started following everybody, and I would see like disagreements between artists and venues.
Right.
And the more artists and venues disagreed, the less shows we got.
Sure.
And then the pandemic hits. Mm-hmm. And now we got no shows, and we're still trying to get back to the shows, but there's still that disagreement between the artists and venues. Mm-hmm. What do you think can be done to kind of...
I think the biggest thing is consistency and draw, right? Because at the end of the day, venue books an artist to help bring bodies into the building, right? And so a lot of times, especially in our kind of genre, we struggle to get bodies in the door. And so we try to compensate by putting the ass of people on the bill. You know what I mean?
You got 20 rappers.
Right, and then it becomes a talent show where everybody performs 2 songs, and it doesn't help bring bodies in the door, you know what I mean? And so, like, if I'm a venue and you do a show and you ain't bring people in, why would I continue to book you when the boy band, they bring in like 250 people, you know what I mean, consistently? And so I think that's the biggest thing. Second thing is just kind of on our end, making sure that we present ourselves, not implying that we were unprofessional or that if there's to imply that there's a track record where we don't. But like I said, always putting your best foot forward, understanding it's not like the venue's not giving you a handout. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be mutually beneficial, right? So making sure that you present yourself like an asset and you deliver on that. Because then venues will kind of seek you. Because right now the venues that do reach out is for love. You know what I mean? Anybody that reaches out to me is either an artist I've shared the stage with, or is somebody that kind of like rocks with the music and is connected with the venue. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily because I sell out shows or because I'm a big name or nothing
Superstar.
like that. You know what I mean? And so I think it comes down to that: 1, building that relationship, and 2, kind of delivering and on that expectation that you'll help them bring bodies in.
Okay, so that's the venues. Let's move to the artists now. As someone, you've put on your own shows, you put on lots of shows. Mm-hmm. You put on shows where it was just you, or you put on shows where it was you and 10 other motherfuckers different performing. Have you run into situations where you have people say, well, why you ain't put me on the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or why you need to put me on there, and And you know, how does that go?
Yeah, it's super interesting. Just to kind of double back, majority of the shows I do, and I mean like 90%, are from artists that have reached out to me to be on their bill. The last show that I put on myself was that November 2nd show, I think 2019, or what used to be Speakeasies. What used to be Speakeasies, what used to be White Mule.
It's not the White Mule anymore? Damn.
Yeah, I don't think they survived COVID.
Shit.
But yeah, so like, and we sold out that show, you know what I mean? Because we like marketed it well. Granted, sold out is like 200 people, but nonetheless.
I mean, you couldn't put no more people in the building.
Right. And so that was the first, well, not the first, that was the last show that I kind of organized myself. Anything else has been like, hey man, you want to jump on this show? Or it's been more like collaborative. But yeah, I've had people kind of not really in a salty way ask like, why you ain't put me on, or yada yada yada. It's more like a, you know how rap niggas are. It's like, hey man,
hey bro,
you know, hey, if you ever need or whatever, just let me know when you do another show or something like that, like the cool shit. But yeah, or they'll like ask me like how to do. Usually it's more of like a, hey man, how do you do shows or something like that? And
how do you fucking get from in here to on the stage with all that shit?
Right. Or would you like consider me next time you do a show? It's usually like in a very like genuine way, so I don't ever get like kind of like the shady part of that.
Okay. Well, I guess being more, I don't know. I guess it's why you ain't booked me, and it's like what I hear from them is they always say it's always from people who like they don't even fucking know. Yeah, for sure. And that's what everything. I don't even know you.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been fortunate to surround myself with like quality people, you know what I mean? So anybody that's kind of within the vicinity of me like knows me to some capacity, you feel me? And so I don't really like, very seldom do I reach out to people that I don't know or like don't want to get to know even outside of the music, you know what I mean? So there's never that kind of ego trip.
Bet. All right, so you said you was from Lancaster.
Yep. The Lank.
How's that? What's that like?
Those the ones I had with getting loose, yeah. I got so much more I wanna prove. Seems like gravity wants me to move.
How do we get this from Lancaster?
Oh man. Fuck.
All the niggas from Lancaster like you?
Absolutely not.
I just imagine like they all like are like edgy.
Nah, Lancaster is a very interesting place. It's one of those places where and this is for everybody anywhere, you don't like realize kind of the ecosystem that you're in until you like leave. And so I didn't really realize like how bad Lancaster was until I went to Columbia. And for me, like it's home, you know what I mean? But the fact that it's small, close knit, and everybody sort of like knows of each other, that makes like the bad shit worse. You know what I mean?
Everybody in everybody's business.
Right, because it's not like, you know, this random person like up the street got shot or some negative
like,
thing.
I know him.
Yeah, it's like, oh
how
shit.
How big is Lancaster? Not that big.
Not that big.
Like you could drive through it and like,
yeah, you could drive. We have a Walmart. That's how big Lancaster is.
I mean, that's significant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I grew up in like Heat Springs, which is like literally a
Newberry doesn't have a Walmart.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of like Newberry size wise.
But big as Newberry?
I'm not even sure, to be honest, because there's Lancaster County, which is like Heat Springs, Kershaw, and I grew up in.
But
like,
you're
all
from
those
like
places.
Lancaster, the city limit.
Yeah, but I've lived in like all the like grew up in Heat Springs when I was little. Went to high school in Lancaster High School. You know what I mean? My fam's from Kershaw, so I grew up there. Right. So yeah, all of Lancaster County.
So high school,
fun. Yeah.
You was one of them rap niggas?
No, not even.
You wasn't rapping yet?
Right. I got introduced to music around high school, but I was like that.
I saw your 10-year challenge. You goddamn boy.
Yeah, I was like,
I thought that was a joke. I was like, oh shit.
No, it was like, nope, that's my face.
That nigga was 10 for real.
Right. But I was like cool amongst like the weird kids, but like weird amongst the cool kids, because I did sports and shit, but I wasn't like cool enough to be like the hoop, you know what I mean, amongst the hoop.
It's like you on a team, but it's like
right, and like even struggling to be on the team was a fucking struggle. But
it's like you still have that like that edge of like
right,
I play ball.
Right.
So like, I got a cool factor.
Right, I'm trying to play ball. it's like
Shit, I was the damn cameraman, but I got the jumpsuit, I got the shoes, and every game day I'm suited up. The fuck you mean?
I was like, I couldn't get cool amongst in my pursuit to try to be on the basketball team. I actually made varsity in cross country by accident. I didn't even know what the fuck cross country was.
No, you don't just make varsity cross country.
Nah, facts. Because my coach was like, my basketball coach was like, hey,
you can run, nigga.
If y'all want to get y'all wind up, y'all try cross country. And I was like eating, shitting, and breathing basketball at the time. So anything that nigga said, I was gonna do.
So you did cross country?
Yeah, I trained with him and stuff. And they was like, hey, you got times that can make varsity. I was like, I still don't know like what a 5K is. I was like, y'all just be running, like
yeah, they just be running.
He's like, yeah, you go different places, they have different routes.
Yeah, they just run.
God, I can't take it. Oh God, this hate you. This blood I made with you. All nails no flaking. Long nails my flaking. Blocked down from scraping. These walls are caving. Lost in this matrix.
I'm trying to be varsity.
Over the hills.
Trying to be varsity something like.
Yeah, I need that jacket, bro.
Right, I'll do it.
I did the ninja. Oh, I'm over here, but like I fuck with them too.
Right.
I was kind of like that well, I would say, it wasn't until like my like junior years when I was like actually like, all right, because like my thing was I was like, dude, I need a crew.
Yeah.
I can't. I need a crew. Like I don't have enough juice on my own. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all the niggas that like I was friends with, like we all had like very low amounts of juice. So even combined, we you know, it's just like this ain't gonna work, man. I need a crew.
Right.
And then I like got kicked out of school and I had to go to the school across town and like I got picked up by a crew.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was just in the corner writing raps and the nigga was like, hey bro, you writing raps? And I was like, yeah. And by this time I'd already had like I had the microphone at home, speakers and shit, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go record this later. And he was like, yo, I know some niggas, and I'm like, a crew.
I found finally.
And then like I met them and I'm like,
yeah,
fucking crew.
Nah, I feel that. I always had kind of like my real tight inner circle, because like me and Alan, for example, shout out to Alan, shout out to Zach, like we have been cool since 6th grade.
Y'all grew up together.
Yeah, like Andrew Sneeze. So I still had like people, you know what I mean? And then I played like rec basketball, so you kind of like knew of people. And
when you play rec basketball, you meet different people.
Yeah, for sure. And so like there's familiar faces, you know what I mean?
So wait, so was it rap? Was it the music first or was it the video first?
Neither. I've been drawing since like I was a kid. So I thought that was like
that was the thing. So that was the art. That's where the art started. Was drawing. Okay.
I guess fine arts or studio arts, however you're gonna categorize it.
So we're talking like picture, like anime, comic, or like real, or
a little bit like comic. Like I was kind of in like the realistic bag, but like I always wanted to like outline it. You know what I mean?
Like
make
stylized,
it look like so more of like the caricatures and like.
I did. I used to write comics in middle school.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Same.
I used to. I did the squares. I had stories. I had a roster of characters.
I got a big ass stack of comic books. I tried. Matter of fact, in middle school, I was trying to sell comics. So you know, motherfuckers do like the little lemonade stand and shit.
I got in trouble for that.
I was like, that's whack. I'm gonna do comic books, but ain't nobody passed by my street. But like,
you sold them outside. See, I sold them at school.
Nah, I had the stand and everything, thinking I'm about to make a big come up. Only 4 people pass my street a day though. I ain't think about that shit.
But you had that ambition though. Like that's dope.
All right, I've been a failed entrepreneur
since he was like 5.
From the jump, I've been an unsuccessful businessman.
But hey, though, that's a success in itself.
Right.
Because like, you know, to be able to say, yeah, I had a business and it failed. Like some motherfuckers ain't even try. So hey, bro,
big facts.
Yo.
But yeah, I didn't really get introduced to the music until. Well, I've been around music like all my life because, you know, Southern black boy Baptist church, you know what I mean?
You gonna get some.
Right, being on the choir, like, so I already had like a whole lot of musical influence. But as far as like applying it to my own sort of creating it myself, A.R. Shad, shout out to A.R. Shad. He was making music in high school and stuff like that, and we kind of connected because I was kind of experimenting and making beats and all that. That's really kind of how it started, like with the production side of things. So I would make beats for like local rappers and stuff like that. And every now and then I'll kind of like goof around and freestyle with them and all that shit. And somebody was like, "Hey man, you should probably like
rap."
All right, try it.
So you just started making beats. You want to rap?
Yeah. It was all production at first.
See, I was the reverse. I started rapping.
Okay.
I actually started making beats because I was like, bro, we can't like release an album with somebody else's shit all over it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, we have to make our own beats because I didn't want.
You was already on it, man.
I was looking, and I was like, bro, if we gotta like get our own beats, and then I looked, I was like, these are not cheap.
Yeah,
you know, because when you like 15, like $150 is
that's a lot,
bro. That's like Christmas.
Right,
that's my whole Christmas right there, bro.
That's the bag
For a beat. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't got it. So
for sure, especially when you come from like the ripping shit,
yeah,
the
man.
ripping shit era.
Yeah,
like, I'm about to pay you, bro. I got so many torrents and stuff. You want me to pay for
LimeWire? Type in instrumental. I'm getting everything,
facts, any and everything.
But yeah, I bet like like aside from like the recording, the beat make, that was all because I was like, bro, I can't afford to like pay to do that every time I want to do it.
Right.
You know, and it's like I have to learn this shit.
Yeah, we wasn't thinking about that shit at all. Like I don't even know if like I maybe sold like a beat or two. You know what I mean? If anything else, I was like,
I don't think I did sell a beat.
Giving beats to artists because I thought they were dope and like that would help with my catalog or whatever the case may be.
Just trying to do it.
Yeah. Or like me and Shaw's first song we made together, we didn't even have a mic. Bro sent me his vocals through. Remember Uvu? Bro sent me his vocals through Uvu.
Damn.
And that's how we made our first record.
And our first shit, we had the computer mic.
Yeah.
The one that flip up like that.
Yeah,
we had that. I had some Alltech Lansing speakers, and then I upgraded it to a karaoke mic.
Nice.
And that's when my quality jumped up. So I was like, bro, this shit sounds so crispy.
This was like maybe my junior year of high school, I think. And this is when I had met Dawson Lee. And I was like, you know what, bro? You know, niggas is hungry at that point, so you'll do anything and everything impulsively. So I was like, man, fuck that. We about to go get a mic like right now. We went to Radio Shack, I think. Yeah, went to Radio Shack, got like the cheapest mic, came back to the crib. Ain't know nothing about like
none of that shit.
Music interfaces and interconnectivity and
just
all
plugging
that
shit in and be like, all right, you hear it?
We plugged that bitch in. I was like, the music coming out of the mic. This shit broke. This joint ain't working right. Took it back. And then just sat there. And then just sat there. We was like, I thought when you plug it in, you could like record and shit.
Why the music coming out the mic?
Facts. I was like, man, this shit ain't working. And then I heard like a little bit of something. And I turned the volume up. I was like, this shit coming out the microphone. I was reading the box. I was like, what are we doing? Like, what did we do wrong? Like, it had an aux jack. We plugged it into the aux. It's supposed to work. We supposed to be making hits. So you know what happened? I took this shit back. Got my little $20 back. I was like, we're going to try again tomorrow. After I do my research.
Damn.
And then eventually I got the Yeti joint, the little USB or whatever, which carried me for a little minute.
The problem nowadays, motherfucker can't say shit. Shoulda fuck a little beach. Keep your mouth shut. Don't say shit. Shoulda fuck a little beach. 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 Maybe.